What's happening, everybody? Greg Ehrenberg here to break down all the sports that we have for today using the tools we have over at OddsShopper. As you guys come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you want access to the tools I'm about to be featuring on this show, I've got an offer for you. Because the baseball season is about to start, we have a deal available for OddsShopper Premium. If you are signing up and use the promo code PLAYBALL, then you are going to get 50% off your first month of using the product. And then, as always, we have our 7-day free trial available as well. So 7 days for free. And then if you use the promo code PLAYBALL, you're going to get 50% off your first month of OddsShopper Premium. And that offer is only going to be available until April 2nd. So just here for the start of the baseball season, if you guys have been wanting to try it out, great way. 7-day free trial. And then also that promo code PLAYBALL to get yourself 50% off your first month. Now, I'm going to add to the screen some of the tools we have from OddsShopper. So for today, I'm going to be looking, I'll check baseball to see if we have any lines that are popping up as being plus EV early in the day, but also for Wednesday, as per usual, Wednesday is a big NBA slate. So I'm going to be featuring this primarily, but I'll look some at baseball as well. I'm not sure if we're going to have anything quite yet that's popping up well for tomorrow because we don't have a lot of lines posted just yet. I'm recording this Wednesday morning, but who knows? Maybe we'll find something. And definitely tomorrow for Thursday, I'll be looking at some of the opening day lines for baseball. But kicking off with what I said I'm going to be featuring today, the NBA slate, 10 games and end of the season. Lots of value to be had here. And a couple of lines that stick out right away from the Nets. I know they have a great matchup against the Houston Rockets, but 9.5 assists is a really high number for Spencer Dinwiddie. If you look at it at PointsBet, it's minus 130 for the 9.5 compared to some other books. A lot of other spots have it at 8.5. FanDuel has the next best line, 9.5 minus 136. I would consider that a playable line. I think that is decent value. Bet Rivers, Unibet minus 143. I'd stay away from those lines, and I'd stay away from the 8.5 at DraftKings, Bet MGM, and we could get the 9.5 over at FanDuel. So best bet available is the PointsBet one for Spencer Dinwiddie, who I get that he's playing a big role with the Nets, but still, if you look at his overall games, it's not like this is somebody who we should expect to be averaging double-digit assists. For the season, he's averaging 6.1 assists per game. And during his time with the Nets, he's averaging right around 9 assists. So Dinwiddie under 9.5 assists. That looks decent to me, especially some of the odd shopping value. Mikal Bridges. By the way, people are not going to be happy with some of these. I could already tell. People are like, it's the Houston Rockets. They're terrible. Yeah, that's true. They have one of the worst defenses in the NBA. But still, these are really inflated lines for some of the Nets players. For instance, look at Mikal Bridges. And one of the real powers of OddsShopper here is that we're using the books against themselves. We're looking at what all of the different books have posted in terms of lines. We've created a fair line based on an aggregate projection of all those books. And based on that, we're trying to find out where the real value is on some of these outlier lines. And something with FanDuel is, look, 34.5 is the over-under for points, rebounds, and assists for Mikal Bridges. Some other books, Caesars has it at 32.5, Bet Rivers 33.5, DraftKings 32.5. BetMGM is 32.5. So I get this is a great matchup for Mikal Bridges, but FanDuel is offering a PRA that's about two points plus rebounds plus assists higher than other books. So that just identifies that there is some value here for sure. So I would expect this line to go down to 33.5 or 32.5 before the end of the day. So at least the time I'm looking at this, 34.5, pretty good value on the under there for Mikal Bridges. Harrison Barnes, 5.5 rebounds. Pretty high line here. Harrison Barnes, who to my knowledge has not been, I'm going to look at his box scores right here. He's not really been great in the rebounding department, especially because of how good we've seen Domantas Sabonis been on the boards this year. Yeah, if you look at the numbers, 4.7 rebounds per game for Harrison Barnes this year. But over the last couple of weeks, it is 4.3 rebounds. Over the last couple of months, also 4.3 rebounds. So his rebound numbers haven't quite been there, and we have to consider a lot of blowout risk against the Portland Trailblazers. The line for this game at the time that I am recording is, let's see, I'll look at this on my other screen. Yeah, we've got the Kings favored by 13.5 points in this game, biggest favorite of the day. The Blazers are sitting everybody at this point in the season. They've punted the remainder of their games. So I would be concerned that Harrison Barnes doesn't play a full allotment of minutes, which makes the under look even better. And a lot of books have already moved this line to 4.5. I saw some people in Chalkboard. That's our free sports betting chat platform. If you guys want to get in there, it's totally for free. We have a link below. You could ask us questions in there. Lawfy and myself, we place additional bets. I already saw some people who said that they were looking to bet Harrison Barnes 5.5, and then some of the lines at books were moving to 4.5. And that's where I think this line should be. I think it should be at 4.5. FanDuel has it at 4.5 now. DraftKings has it at 4.5. but we still have Bet Rivers and Unibet are hanging a 5.5 line. I know that FanDuel and DraftKings opened it at 5.5. They moved it 4.5. So if you guys see the 5.5 line still available anywhere for Harrison Barnes, go hit up that line for sure. Got a Kevin Huerter prop there. One player that I really want to talk about, Karl-Anthony Towns, I think, is being undervalued in general right now. So the best available line for him right now is 18.5 points. Over that is -110 at BetMGM. So that is the best line that we're going to have available. And even though there was a long layoff for Cat, I don't think we're really seeing any kinds of crazy minutes restriction or anything for him. So look at the games that we've seen from Cat since coming back. We got him out from November 28th, and then he didn't return until March 22nd. So we missed a ton of time, Karl-Anthony Towns. But the first game back, he played 26 minutes. His second game back, he plays 32 minutes. He rested last game. I would expect we're getting pretty much a full minutes allotment out of Cat today. And with that in mind, he's averaging over 20 points per game for the season. This line is 18.5. I think this is a pretty clear over to me. I think Cat is undervalued. We've also seen some of his PRA earlier in the day. I think I bet the over points plus rebounds assists at 28.5. I know Lofty posted that in Chalkboard this morning as well. So that, I think there's a lot of different angles to bet Karl-Anthony Towns because he's getting downgraded as if he has some sort of minutes restriction, which is just not the case. He's playing 33 minutes per game for the season, and he played 32 last game. I don't see any reason to be concerned about the workload of Karl-Anthony Towns right now, unless the team makes some sort of other announcement. So those are my favorite bets that we have on the board looking at OddsShopper right now for the basketball slate, that is. Like I said, I want to check out baseball, and we might find out that there's no value tomorrow yet for baseball. That's also one of the things that is fine sometimes with sports betting. You might find out that, oh, this particular market doesn't have value. Here, we do have one, though. There are some futures that are popping up with value here. Not these ones. But over here, we've got for Thursday a couple of money lines that are standing out. Well, one money line that's standing out, and then also one total, if you guys want to jump on these early, and then a couple of plus EV World Series bets also in our model. The New York Mets at plus 950 to win the World Series, and then the Toronto Blue Jays at plus 1200. Let's look at some of these games for tomorrow. Giants and Yankees. This game has a total of 7 at FanDuel, and it is 7.5 everywhere else, and not heavily juiced towards the over either. So this looks like a good one to get in on early. I know we don't start baseball until tomorrow, but 7 runs when it's listed 7.5 everywhere else looks like a little bit of value on that. And then what's the deal with the money line here for the Nationals? Yeah, just a little bit of an outlier line on FanDuel here as well. Plus 220 on FanDuel, around plus 200. Plus 200 at DraftKings, plus 200 at BetMGM, 205 at Caesars. So nothing crazy, but yeah, a little bit of value on the Washington Nationals for opening day against the Braves tomorrow. A couple things that are worth considering for sure. Let's look at some parlays to close us out here. NHA, Prize Picks. Use the parlay builder and look at FanDuel or DraftKings. Let's look at Prize Picks. Why not, huh? Prize Picks parlay. What is standing out for today? We got some basketball, mostly basketball in here. One hockey line. Nathan McKinnon to not score a goal. Pretty crazy that you're able to bet this at Prize Picks where there's no juice on either side, because off the top of my head, I think he was like minus 125, Nathan McKinnon is, at FanDuel to not score a goal. No juice on it here at Prize Picks. That's why it stands out in our model. So here we've got a 6-leg flex parlay and only a 2% expected win rate. That'll happen on 6-leg parlays, but still a 15% expected ROI. If you guys are tailing these, they're going to be really profitable in the long haul with something like a 15% expected ROI. Let's look at some of the numbers on Prize Picks that our model's liking, starting with Devin Booker over 27.5 points. It's nice when I get to talk about basketball because I know the players' names as well. It's not like when I'm talking about hockey or college basketball where it's like, I think I'm pronouncing this guy's name, but you never know if you're quite right because I've never seen some of those names before. But as I've said on these before, you do not have to know very much about these sports to be profitable using OddsShopper. You just look at some of the different line shopping elements that we have to this tool, and you'll see why there's value on some of these individual lines. It's okay if you don't watch hockey. You don't have to know a ton to be profitable using these tools. But anyway, Devin Booker over 27.5 points. Nick Claxton under 9.5 rebounds against the Rockets. Dinwiddie popping up again here for Prize Picks purposes, under 31.5 PRA. Anthony Edwards over 4.5 rebounds. So we do have Karl-Anthony Towns back in the mix for the Timberwolves, but still 4.5 is a fairly low rebound prop for Ant Edwards. Under 7.5 assists for Domantas Sabonis. And then we talked about Nathan McKinnon before for under half a goal. So this 6-leg parlay as a flex over on Prize Picks, we do have it as being a 15% expected ROI. If you guys are curious, what is more value? This is a flex play or this is a power play? Here's your answer. If you select it as a power play, then you're going to get a minus 2% expected ROI for all of the exact same legs. For the oh, by the way, I should say this is for a 5-leg power play that we have. Oh no, this is a 4-leg. Let's see. Yeah, so the 4-leg power play is a negative 2% expected ROI. We don't have anything plus EV for that. So in general, I've noticed from looking at our tools, if you guys play on Prize Picks, the flex plays are more plus EV than the power plays based on the math that we've done. So here's what we got for Prize Picks. And let's pull one up for, let's see if there's anything that stands out for DraftKings as a parlay. I'll take this one out of it. Yeah, here we go. So a 4-leg parlay over on FanDuel. This is one that pays out about 11 to 1, but nearly a 10% expected win rate. So good for a 14% expected ROI. And these lines over at DraftKings, this is for the parlay. Bucks Pacers, second quarter total under 58.5. Kings Trailblazers, first quarter total over 59.5. Back to the Anthony Edwards rebound prop over 4.5. And then Jimmy Butler to not make a 3 today, currently listed as questionable. So that is something to look out for. But at least as of now, this is a 4-leg parlay, 9% expected win rate, 14% expected ROI. If you guys like placing parlays, we're going to help you build some plus EV ones here using Prize Picks. So that is the morning run through of some of the stuff that I'm looking at over on OddsShopper. I'm going to be placing some of these bets right now as soon as I finish. Part of my morning process now, I wake up, I look over at OddsShopper, I record this video to see what stands out, and then I get off this and I start placing all my bets. So if you guys want in on that, 7-day totally free trial, always available for us at OddsShopper. And then also, if you're looking to pay for this and get it for a month, use the promo code PLAYBALL, 50% off your first month. That's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't done it yet, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and good luck with all your bets today.